Welcome back to my channel. This is Fallon, and I'm going to continue with the Who You Will Date Next series. Let's begin. Let's see who I get next for today. Libra Sun, Scorpio Moon. Libra Sun, Scorpio Moon. All right, let's begin. Let's see. Let's see what we can get for you, Libra. I brought in a couple different cards today. I just felt like I needed to come on here today and do a quick Who You Will Date video for somebody. So let's see what we get. Okay, right off the bat, I feel as though it's somebody who is stuck between two people, can't make up their mind on who to date. One clearly is a good guy, and the other one, I don't want to say like a knows how to kind of finesse you, but I don't know. I'm kind of getting like one clearly is showing that they're good for you, they're a great person, and like you'd have it made, I guess. And then the other one just kind of, I get the word challenge. They're kind of like a challenge. Pretty boy, I guess pretty boyish. Which is one is physically like more your gig. Which kind of makes sense because Libras tend to like the pretty, beautiful people and beautiful things. And speaking of Libra, I'm very well versed with Libras and Scorpios, and I've kind of toiled with whether I should do a series for dating matchmaking, like almost like a coaching thing with your signs, because overall, in general, all the signs I could do, but especially the ones that are hung up on the Libras and Scorpios. I feel like I could really help you out, the people that are either drawn to them or you are one. I might do it. I might do it. So anyway, let me see what else I can pick up here for you. So you have no clue what you're. Yeah, the bad boy one, the pretty boy bad boy one, clearly has shown you who they are, which I do not feel they're a faithful person. I mean, you're going to make a decision on who to go with. One thing about Libras in general, stability is kind of important for them, financial stability. I almost feel like this person, the one that's not great for you, is going to screw it up. So your decision will be made. Let me just see something. Also, I'm getting indication of potential car problems potentially ahead. So just make sure you get everything done so that you can prevent that if that has not happened yet. If going on trips, potential delay. There's also a third person that's might be from the past, that's still either on your mind or showing interest. But I feel like there's two specifically you want to know about. So we're just going to go ahead and deal with the two here. I'm just going to pull a couple more cards. This person finesses, and I feel like he's in his negative. He's in his negative. He's being. His being is like in his negative archetype, so to speak. he promises you the world. He says he'll marry you. Then he goes cold, and he's got 3 people that are either interested in him or whatever. He does the same thing to these 3 other people. He's like not like a mean guy, which sucks, because it's like if he was, it would be easier to just lose interest. But he makes you feel like you're the only one, and he says the right things. And, but then he goes cold, and then he acts in his shadow attribute, which is escapism, a false sense of heroism. So it's like like that song, I Can Be Your Hero, Baby? Like, he's the one that would sing that and make you feel like, oh yeah, everybody else is gone, I'm the one, let's get married, blah, blah, blah. And, it's like a little game for him. You got to get away from that one. Just because he's just in that space, he's in that space, and he loves the idea of love, just not the reality. I mean, it's, and also, like, if you ever got in a fight with anybody else, another guy, he'd be like, oh, he'd say the right things to make it be like, it's that other guy's fault, What he is he loves attention. He loves people, like, he gets a high off of it. Like, I can't explain it. Like, he gets a high off of, women throwing themselves at him. He's cute. He knows it. I mean, if you weren't really attached to him emotionally, then maybe it wouldn't be so horrible. But I feel like you want more. So, that's why that's not a good. Because he's not, I don't know, he's not a committer, so to speak. He's just not. He's not even anywhere. He's playing his little games, unfortunately. So that's where he's at right now. This guy, he knows what he wants. He says what he wants. I just feel like there's a bit of, he calls a spade and not a beautiful talker like this one, and so he can get on your nerves a bit. And he acts in the king attributes, he's got an ego on him. He would actually deliver, though. I mean, whatever you want, he treats you like a queen. He also has 3 women interested in him. I feel he's athletic. He's got some athleticism about him. He has a sharp tongue, which, he can insult and just not, turns you off, as a Libra, that turns you off. But he would take you seriously. You're undecided, and I think a lot of your indecision is because of this. And he doesn't like to waste his time. So he's got, and he can't, I feel like this one's got some money issues too. So he doesn't, this one sees this one as probably, would see this one as a loser. You're the queen. You deserve, you deserve the whole pie, which he can provide. That's how he feels, and you're not unhappy. You'd be unhappy with this person if you really tried to pursue this. So basically the question is A or B, you know. Or C, you know, A, B, or C, because there is someone else interested in you, but they're not like, it's more like in the past or from your past. It's kind of like on the outskirts. True love, this is romance of a lifetime. This is a person that you know, the better one for you. You know, this is how they view you, you know. This is like someone that's really interested in you. But at the same time, they're a man. They know their worth, and they have other people interested in them. So it's basically, do you want to make your decision? Stirring your romantic feelings, new love. So yeah, this is also somebody new. So really it's your choice, you know, it's your choice. I get like a 3 months. This person is being patient for 3 months. And then I wouldn't be surprised if this person starts looking elsewhere. Let's see if there's an advice I can give you. Advice. Advice. The good one for you would offer you peace. So this is like avoid conflict, avoid broke folk, avoid non-committal people. If you were to go with, he sees like this person is sad to see you struggling. And I feel like I think you probably could have even given money to some people that didn't deserve it, you know. Just the struggling, emotional struggle, financial struggles, like you don't need to be anybody's mother, you know. So what's the advice here? The song came up with the give peace a chance, whatever that means. So maybe it's like give him a chance, you know, give me a chance to prove to you that, you know, at least oh, here we go. Stability. He provides stability. So that's what he's saying. It's not so much my advice, it's you know, what he's saying, like stability, you know, emotional stability, financial stability, you know, if you were to not fall hardcore crazy in love with this guy, at least you know what to look for in a man. You know, pretty boy finesse isn't cutting it, you know. And I mean, I know I can be a bit brutal on these videos, but I mean, this is stuff that people need to hear. You know, it's not like, oh, rainbows and unicorns and, you know, this is like real life, you know? You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. I took this deck out just for today. Well, not just for today, but especially for today, just because I felt I needed to do this for whoever I'm reading for today. So anyway, if that helps, makes sense to you, gives you some solace. Two months, 3 months. Like I said, this guy's patient, you know, being patient and all that. But like I said, he's got people interested in him too, you know, and there is a time limit. So just think about that. He's patient. Patience. And let's see if we get a card for you, because I felt like that was just hit. You know, it's almost like he's talking, you know, through these cards. So let's see if we can get some something for you. Acceptance. I feel that this is more accept his proposal, like to meet up, to go out, to go somewhere, that kind of thing. I mean, you like him enough. I mean, it's not like, you know, he's hideous or anything. You like him enough. It's just, you think that day will come when that other one is going to just choose you and only you, and that day is not coming, because he's just not that person. He's not that type of person. He is ego-driven, and he loves attention from all different types. He's, you know, he's a kid in the candy store. One day he feels like vanilla, the next day he feels like strawberry, the next day he feels like, you know, chocolate, next day he feels like, you know, rainbow flavored, and it all depends on his mood. He is basically guided by his mood. And how he feels that day. He is not like, he's like a little child still. And some people just never grow up. And a lot of people just never grow up. So, I mean, I'm not saying he's like the worst person in the world, but he is not a committed type and to anybody. And who knows if he ever will be. And time is precious, and how many years and months do you want to waste on somebody that is guided by their emotions all the time, and it's really just their world and you're just living in it, you know? They're not I don't know, they're not in a place for anybody really. Into the unknown. This is you getting information, finding out information that will seal the deal on your decision making. Now, one thing that I am picking up and Spirit is saying is do not move for anybody. So, yeah. It's just coming up. So I don't know if you're planning on, I don't know if one of these is long distance or something, but anyway. And that could also mean don't move in with anybody. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. There may be one more card I'll pull up if I can even find it. Oh, it's not there. Okay. Well, just for the heck of it, I'll pull up a spill the tea card. Since I feel that this is like decisions and relationships and options and things like that, of that nature, I'm going to pull up a pull the tea card and just read it, see what that has to say. cards fell. Betrayal. See if anything else pops up. Betrayal, backstabbing, disloyalty, doing you wrong, betraying trust. So yeah, I mean, that seems like the one that's really coming up. Not really. Picking up anything else at the moment. And you know, I feel like these things are coming to light. It's not like something that just somebody tells you and you don't see evidence. It's going to be something that you will see. Yeah, I'm not picking anything up right now with these cards. You will see the evidence, and that's going to be more than enough for you. Once you see the evidence, it's like, yeah, okay. You know, things will be shed to light for you. And, you know, what's interesting is having the Libra Sun, right, and Scorpio Moon, you know, you love hard. You're logical, but, you know, when you fall for somebody, you know, you go into almost like a Scorpio-ish mode, and your feelings are very deep, and you fall hard for certain people. So that's just something to keep in mind. When the signs are there that this person may, you know, the one that's kind of keeping you from going for this person or taking them a little more seriously, is because it's because you feel like that you see the potential in the other person and you're attracted physically to that other person. They're sweet with their words, which is very, you know, Libras love that. Scorpios even love that, you know, real sweet with their words, and they have the finesse thing going. But then, you know, then you got the problem with them going cold on you and you don't know why, or not returning a call when they should have, or you call them and they're not answering the phone. You know, things like that. But you don't have quite the evidence, right? So then you're just like, well, maybe they're this, maybe it's that, maybe it's something else. But then you hear, you know, some stories, but then you're thinking, oh, well, so-and-so is just a hater or jumping to conclusions or whatever the heck. But I feel like this evidence is you're going to get some hard evidence that some of these gossipers are telling the truth. You're going to see it. I almost want to say it's going to pop up and you're going to see it. The reality, you know, of what this person is about. And the words aren't going to mean a darn thing to you anymore. The finessing and all that, you're just going to be like, yeah, nope. And you may just give this person, but I feel like a window of 2 to 3 months, this person's going to, you know, but because they have other people interested, it's like, you know, do they give so-and-so a chance, you know, someone else? They're open to giving other people a chance. So I just feel like if you like this person enough, maybe not as much as the other one, give this guy a chance, see where it goes. And if you're not, you know, if it doesn't turn to like, I love you madly or whatever, this person's an understanding person. They'll move on. You know, they'll move on. They see potential with you. You know, they're not like crazy psycho or nothing. They're not going to be crazy obsessed with you. You know, they'll move on. They just want a chance, really. That's kind of what it's looking like to me. And they have other options. And I just feel like, you know, you deserve to be treated like the queen that you are. So I would just take them up on it. You know, nothing serious, nothing crazy. You know, be like, oh, nothing serious. You know, I'm slow to fall in love. Whatever, tell them whatever, and just go on the date. Go to the amusement park. Go to whatever. They're fun. This person's fun, so they're not going to be a bore. It's not going to be boring. and enjoy yourself and get your free meals and, you know, whatever, because this person's generous also. And, you know, the holidays are kind of here and New Year's and, you know, then you got Valentine's Day. So, I mean, I would just, I feel you're still going to stick it with the other one until you get that hard evidence, and then it's going to be like, you know, next. So I'm going to leave you with that. Um, I'll see if I can do some more of these type of videos. And you take care, Libra, and we'll see you all possibly after New Year. I'm not sure yet. I may squeeze another video in for somebody and get some more material out soon enough. All right, you take care. Be safe. Bye for now.